My name is Audrey Marie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna compare my October TBR to what I actually ended up reading. I was able to read a couple of the ones that I said I was gonna read in October, and then some of them were completely off from what I read because I'm a mood reader. So if I start a book and I'm not feeling it, I will probably move on to another one, or books that I think I'm gonna read and books that I think I'm gonna read in the order I'm gonna read them in will likely change because of my mood fluctuating so much. These are the books I originally said I was gonna read in October, and I ended up only reading 2 of them. Not that much of a shocker, honestly, because again, I am a mood reader and my mood changes drastically. But the 2 books in that pile that I did end up reading were part of the same series, and I was working on reading the entire series in September as well. So I just read the entire series back to back without a break of another book. So the 2 books were Cherish and Charm and the Crave series. I ate this series up. It's one of my all-time favorite series now. I could not get enough of the series. I love the characters so much. Highly recommend this series to literally everybody. As the books progress, the writing gets so much better and it's just so good. I highly recommend this series. All 6 of them, so good. But these were the first 2 that I read in October, and I'm so glad I was able to finish and explore the world of the Crave series. I went into The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood right after finishing the Crave series. I figured I would give her books a shot because I've been seeing a ton of trailers for the new movie coming out for it, so I wanted to see what the book was all about and why everybody raves about her books. And also my roommate raves about her books all the time, and it's her all-time favorite book, so I figured I would give it a shot. I really enjoyed that, and I'll probably be continuing some of her other books because I thoroughly enjoyed that book. After The Love Hypothesis, I went into Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I was not prepared for this book. I got this on sale for Books A Million. I love this cover. It drew me in. This cover drew me in. I thoroughly enjoy the graphic design of this cover. I did not thoroughly enjoy the context of the book. It was really heavy and I was not prepared for it. It threw a lot of real life stuff in my face and I was not ready to deal with it. It was good for the season, but I use reading as an escape, and this was not an escape. It was too much real stuff thrown at me that I did not want to think about, but this kind of put me in a little bit of a slump where I was just scrolling my phone constantly and not wanting to read. So after this book, I wanted a fluffy romance. So after this book, I deterred from my October TBR that I mentioned completely. So the next book I went into was Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I've read her other books before this, the Chestnut Spring series and the 2 previous books in the Rose Hill series, and I thoroughly enjoyed all of them. So I knew going into this it was going to be a good romance. Tappy's sister dies and her nephew gets thrown onto her because she needs someone to take care of him. So I forgot about that, and that kind of down in the dumps because this entire book she's dealing with all of that. So I kind of put in the dumps. Not one of my favorite Elsie Silver books, unfortunately. It was still good, just not my favorite by her. I'm gonna continue with reading her books because I even want to go back and read her first series that she created, but not my favorite. But it did help with getting out of the reading slump that Pet Sematary was putting me through. Unfortunately, I don't have Love Hypothesis to add up here, but I was able to read 5 books this October, so I'm pretty proud of all the books I read. I wish I could have stuck with my physical TBR a little bit better, but I was still able to complete books and still read. So I'm still proud that I was able to read and complete these amazing books. And I found out unless I finish the other Stephen King book that I own, I will not be buying another one of his books. And if once I finish that book, maybe I'll pick up another one, but only if I find it on sale. Still, such a good reading month, and I found a new author that I will be picking up their books whenever I get the chance because I thoroughly enjoyed Love Hypothesis. So I'm ready to see what November has in store for me. One book that I'm in the middle of reading, I am at page 320, is Bound by Sable Sorensen. I'm not going to include this in the books I've completed because I have not completed it. I still have this much left. I still have so many pages left, and this is probably the first book I finish in November. Just a little spoiler of what's to come, but I'm thoroughly glad with everything I did in October and all the books I was able to read. Such a good month. But off of this October, I'm just going to continue with bringing these back into my November TBR because these are such perfect books to read in this weather. I'm not going to hold myself to a strict TBR for November. I'm just going to carry the books over that I originally wanted to read in October into November because these are just perfect for the vibes. I will probably deter from this, but this is what I'm going to say is my November TBR. Obviously, I'm not going to record all my thoughts and theories about these books, but for November, I have Direbound, the Mindfuck series, Carrier of the Mark, and Shadow of the Mark. They are all so perfect for the season. These will be rereads. I read them back in high school so fast. I love these books. I'm excited to see if I love them as much as I did back then, because I'm so excited to get into these. Mindfuck series is just a dark romance, and I think it has 5 books separated through this, so I don't know how I'm gonna log this or specifically record this, but once I get to these, I'll figure it out. And then Direbound is a fantasy romance. It's where she goes into the army and then bonds with a direwolf, and there's romance plot in it. I don't want to spoil my thoughts on this book quite yet. Excited to get into November and to continue reading because can't stop me reading. It's what I do in my free time and what I enjoy to do over scrolling on my phone. I'm pretty sure that covers everything I read in October, and to show you what I plan to read in November. So I just want to say I really appreciate you for clicking on this video and spending your time watching it, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Go check out my other videos because that covers my complete thoughts and theories about all these books. But thank you so much for watching. Bye!